The weightlifting community has greatly impacted my life, providing me with a goal to strive for that which I can share with others. Yet not everyone understands what it means to live this lifestyle, and I am here to explain to you why weightlifters can be considered their own discourse community. Discourse communities are often confused with speech communities, and it is important to realize that although weightlifters have their own language, it is not a verbal spoken language. Weightlifters from across the world can communicate with one another simply due to the fact that they are within the same discourse community. Although there are many different types of weightlifting, it is impossible not to recognize hard work and dedication, which is what validates community membership. Things have no need to be said, only done to be considered part of an expansive yet tight-knit community. There are 6 criteria that must be met in order for a group to be considered a discourse community. John Swales describes the first key to discourse community recognition by telling us, a discourse community has a broadly agreed set of common public goals, and emphasizes this further when stating that it is commonality of goal, not shared object of study that is criterial, even if the former often subsumes that latter. Although there are many variations and interpretations to weightlifting, and we are extremely diverse as individuals, we share a common and recognizable goal. We lift to become stronger, both mentally and physically. We live to live longer. Our passion bonds us to one another, and although results are individual, we progress as a community. The second criteria addressed by Swales is that there are mechanisms of communication among its members. Weightlifting is the language of the body, which allows an openness for a huge diversity of beings. Swales also mentions how although there may be differences in what is being communicated, there is still a commonality of the information being shared. With weightlifting, you don't have to speak the same language as anyone else you interact with, or even do the same type of lifting, and yet there is still the ability to share and communicate as a community. Although weightlifters do indeed communicate verbally and physically outside of the gym, one type of verbal communication within the gym that can be appreciated is that of the noises one makes when pushing their bodies and their mind well beyond the expected limit. If words are spoken during the workout, they are to be short, to the point, and informative. In order to communicate with another in the weightlifting setting, there must be a general base of knowledge in order to participate and be accepted. The third aspect of membership requires interest as well as general knowledge and support. Names of certain lifts, being aware of proper form, and knowing what questions to ask to improve form, as well as things to notice in professionals, anatomy knowledge, nutrition, and gym etiquette are all recognizably known factors when it comes to a true weightlifter. Lucille McCarthy supports this required knowledge as membership when she discusses the desired outcome of student learning, stating, "Language processes must be understood in terms of the context in which they occur. Passion builds hunger for knowledge in order to facilitate communication and expansion of shared ideas and information. In any situation, if an informed comment is taken out of context, it has little truth behind its meaning and will not support the discourse community." Every successful group or community requires somewhat of a governing force to keep all members on track and headed in the right direction, through utilizing specific genres of communication. This brings us to the fourth criteria, Swales' mention of a common form of communication. Many weightlifters utilize fitness magazines and journals for absorbing knowledge and express their membership through social media and blogging and simply their physique. Photographs are a crucial form of expression. Members are able to communicate their right to be a part of the community and gain a certain level of respect by their physique and the amount of weight they are able to lift properly. Social media has become very important in gaining acknowledgement and respect in the fitness world. A well-built physique is a status symbol. It reflects the hard work you've put in. You can't steal it, you can't borrow it, and cannot hold on to it without constant work. It's from dedication, discipline, self-respect, and dignity. Ashley Horner. John Swales defines lexis, the fifth proof of discourse communities, by stating the following. Specialization may involve using lexical items known to the wider speech communities in special and technical ways. Commonly, the inbuilt dynamic towards an increasingly shared and specialized terminology is realized through the development of community-specific abbreviations and acronyms. Among specific scientific terms, weightlifters have their own language through acronyms and phrases. The term leg day is not fully understood to people who have never pushed through a real leg day and felt the pain that ensues for 2 days post-workout. I remember my first real leg day and telling my boyfriend, "Oh my God, I finally understand all the memes now." John Swales explains that in order to prolong vitality of discourse communities, experts must teach novices, passing the torch from calloused hands to ones freshly blistered. This concept of mentor and apprentice is the sixth and final key to being considered a discourse community. What we face may look insurmountable, but I learned something from all those years of training and competing. I learned something from all those sets and reps when I didn't think I could lift another ounce of weight. What I learned is that we are always stronger than we know. Arnold's thoughts and ideals started a whole movement of self-motivation and weightlifting. He is considered one of the founders of bodybuilding and will never be forgotten. He will never stop inspiring others to push themselves to eventually become an expert within this incredible discourse community. The discourse community I have discussed meets all six defining criteria: common goals, participatory mechanisms, information exchange, community-specific genres, specialized terminology, high general level of expertise. Thank you.